Hello. What's up, guys? And welcome back to another Chibi Girls podcast. So, today I'm here with my lovely co host, the Chestnuts Tanuki.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Ohime Tenshi. She's just looking at me, right?
Yeah,
She
to
doesn't
be
even
fair,
react
you
though. She
have
doesn't even know.
there's literally a label under like on your camera, like on people know it's the Chestnut Tanuki, so you can't really say that, but
I
it's
know,
fine.
I can't lie and say that I'm you. I wish I could. He may honestly gets to just because she works from home most of the time. I wish I could work from
Okay,
home.
but she gets paid like triple my salary,
That's not
so
true. Don't be telling people that.
but we are here today to react to One Piece chapter 1150. Sorry, I'm like 2 minutes early. I want to say thank you everybody who's in the chat already. We love you guys. Like the video. I'm very excited. I heard this is a crazy, amazing, like over the top chapter. So, I mean, to be fair, the like last chapter was amazing. So I think Oda is just on a run, and apparently, I think there's no break next week as well. So very excited.
Ooh, that's nice. To be fair, though, I already see the chapter starts off with a Yamato page, so we
Yeah,
may as
I
well
will.
just.
Yes, I will. I will read the I was like, I saw it. I was like, I will definitely be reading that.
That's crazy. Why don't you want me reading it? What's wrong with me reading it?
You can comment after. It's just because
I can
it,
comment after. It's
yeah. It takes
crazy.
less time. We're never gonna get through it otherwise.
Uh,
But yes, what's good, guys? Thank you for coming in. I see you guys in the chat. So, without further ado, I think we can start. So chapter 1150. I will say Domi Reversi. I think that's how it's pronounced. Um, we
you should say it
have
with a French accent.
Domi Reversi. I don't know.
S'il vous plaît.
S'il vous plaît. It feels like it's talking about something reverse. I have no idea what it means, but yeah.
I can
Um,
look. It's probably Latin. Hold on.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, look it up while I describe what is like how uneventful what is happening on this.
Literally. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Just read it before I comment.
Yeah. So, guys, as you can see, we have Onichild Yamato and the Holy Inagari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 34. Yasui Sword is laid to rest at Enma Shrine in Hakuma. Hakumai or Hakumal, I don't know. Hakumai. Pilgrimage complete. Wait. Wait, hold on. Did you see the last two words on this cover page? It says
I need.
pilgrimage complete. Can we
Thanks.
throw something on the grill? Champagne?
I should have gotten a cigar.
Yo! Like yeah, you know the gift.
Rebecca.
You know the gift smoking on that pack.
I need like the Jordan gift, or the LeBron James where it's like the da 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 da.
Yo,
He's like
I read these two
dumping at
last
people.
words, bro. Oh my god, are we
Oh my
finally getting the fuck
god.
out of these? You know what? The story ended, and it was the most pathetic, underwhelming cover page of stories I've ever read
Release
in
me
my
from these
life.
shackles.
Yo, I'm sorry, guys. You guys, for those who've been following us for a while, you guys know how big this is for us.
Oh my
This is
god, this may have been one of the worst cover stories we've ever gotten in the history of One Piece. This is also one of the most anticlimactic. Do you guys remember the last cover story? Like when we were getting the cover story of what was happening in Whole Cake Island, right? And all this stuff happening in Whole Cake Island. It was like, oh
yeah,
my gosh, we're seeing stuff that's happening
yeah,
side by side with the story. Like it
yeah,
was so interesting. People getting wrecked, Oven
bro.
getting wrecked, and then we see at the very end, like Aokiji being introduced
Yeah,
as
with
who's out of the
pudding
Blackbeard Pirates.
and with pudding and what is his name? The guy who snipes. Like
Van
I don't.
Augur,
Yeah. It
like
was crazy. There was revelations, and like you would be like, oh, something important is happening in the world that is giving us context. You
yeah,
know, like
a
with
cover story would
Germa
happen,
66 and stuff. But here it was just like Yamato is having like a slice of life anime in her cover pages.
but it was like the other cover story. You're like, oh my god, yes, like another cover story. We're gonna be getting more information about the world. What has this actually told us that couldn't have been done in 5 cover pages? I'm so dead ass right now. What did this tell us? Like we have been here basically for the entire, like, the last half of Egghead Island and, like, the entirety of Elbaf so far, we have gotten multiple cover pages for Yamato. Could this not have been told in 5 cover pages? I am so serious. Could we not have heard this in 5 cover pages? All we have to do is, like, Yamato going through Odin's journey. Yamato stumbling upon, what's her face? Dango girl. Yamato finding, Page 1 and Ulti. Yamato saving them.
And
then
Yamato returning the sword or something like that.
Those are the only things that have mattered.
Actually,
in this
I need somebody to actually count the amount of Yamato cover page we had. I need to know. I think it's over like 15.
It has to be. But my thing is, I literally explained every major point that happened in 5 cover pages. 5 cover pages would have been all it took, because half the time it was like Yamato standing at the outside of the door, Yamato peering in from the outside of the door, Yamato still peering and still looking at what's happening.
Listen, before
God!
don't worry, guys. We're gonna get going with the chapter, but I just want to say Yamato better have a big ass role or do something eventful with their lives after this cover page, because otherwise this would have been the biggest waste of time in my entire existence.
It's literally just so annoying, because we have been here so long, and half of it, like, I'm sorry, this is one of the most unsatisfying things. There is no way that anybody genuinely enjoyed this unless you are a massive Yamato fan. Like, to me, this has done nothing to Yamato's character.
Even Yamato fans, they're like, it's like, you know, like, there's nothing is happening.
There's no substance. And the thing is, it's like, this cover story, like, you have so many pages, right? Like I said, all of this could have been said in five pages, right?
No,
like
definitely.
5 things where it's like, we see Yamato going through Wano, like everybody doesn't like her, going through the journey, right? They're walking along. Then we see Yamato stumble upon Kibi Dango girl, who I'm forgetting her name. I'm filled with rage right now, so just ignore me. Saving her, and then going to see who's who, and see, you know what I mean? Like, stumbling upon who's hideout. Let's say 6, right? Then stumbling upon the hideout, rescuing Ulti, coming to the shrine. I don't know, maybe add another one in there. Like, this could have been done in, like, just half of the cover pages it actually took.
I agree.
And then maybe we could have gotten something interesting about Yamato's character, like Yamato reflecting on the fact that Kaido is gone.
Honestly,
in all of the cover pages,
yo, by the way, did Yamato even grieve? Wait, hold on.
Kaido is gone.
Wait. Did Yamato even grieve?
It's so interesting that Yamato, and the thing is, I already disliked Yamato from Wano because they didn't do anything, right? Like, it was like holding off Kaido, and then that was it. And it was like, there has to be something more. These cover pages could have given them so much depth. Like, we could have had Yamato reflecting on, like, a Kaido, like, gravestone or something. And, so we see, like, tears, like, oh, like, it wasn't just that Yamato hated Kaido. It was that they had some sort of connection. Like, even though that there was all of this thing, like, there's still, like, love between them. Or it could have been, like, Yamato is happy about Kaido dying. And then we see, like the pain and suffering that they went through. Everything that they were going through is just, like, coming to fruition. Nope, none of that. Yamato maybe looking at the state of Wano and, like, actually going through and seeing the political situation of the people. Like, I don't know, maybe doing anything else but just walking through the forest. Like, I didn't see Yamato a single time in these cover pages go look at the smile users and feel bad. Like, there's just no emotion. There's
Yamato
just
didn't
nothing
even
for me to
grieve
grasp onto.
anything. It was as if nothing happened in Wano. It was as if, like, this is like a spin-off and nothing of Wano actually happened. This is how it felt disconnected. But me, and by the way, this is coming from a Yamato fan. I am a Yamato fan. I literally have a Yamato cosplay. Like, I love Yamato, but it's just that I feel like these cover pages could have had way more depth.
No, also, I forgot it. It's Otama, BC dubs. But, like, somebody's like, yeah, Otama, like, one-shotting frickin' Hold'em was super important to these cover story. It's like, the thing is, the only reason I liked it is because actually something happened. Yeah, but you're right. That was actually funny. Completely useless to the story. It didn't add anything to One Piece, and that's why I hate these cover pages so much. We are Final Saga, right? And this is the last thing I'll say about it, because I know that people... I'm just so mad that we spent so much time here. And the thing is, Yamato was already an uninteresting character because there was nothing to them, right? They don't have any emotions about anything. Everything that happens to them, it's just like, oh, something happened to Yamato in their life. That's fine. I'm totally fine with it. There's nothing. Nothing harms me. Nothing changes me. Nothing causes me to have emotion. There was nothing to their character by the end of Wano. It was just like, he was gone. That was your father. Nothing We didn't get anything from you. And then finally we get these cover pages. And I was already like, I already dislike Yamato. I think that Yamato is a very boring character, right? I honestly thought that the stuff that happened with like Kiku was far more interesting. Like I would have rather seen what Kiku did after her brother died. Like that would have been so much more interesting, like seeing how Kiku is dealing with her brother's death and like taking on this mantle of, you know, being the samurai, trying to figure out what to do with the smile users. Like that to me, or even seeing what's his face with the Josuke hair, the blue-haired guy. It would have been so much more interesting to see how he's dealing with everything, losing comrades left and right, having to now deal with being you know, with Momonosuke and being like the head of Wano, and seeing again how to deal with these smile fruit users that we still haven't dealt with those, right? Like there was so many more interesting characters that we could have followed, right? Even Momonosuke, like I would have rather followed Momonosuke trying to be like a better leader, learning how to do any of that stuff. Any single one of those storylines would have been more interesting than watching Yamato prance around Wano. But even still, even if this was the cover page that they were going to, right? Wouldn't it have been so much more interesting to actually delve into Yamato figuring out what to do? You know what I mean? After Kaido's death, like after being a prisoner, it's just I'll just walk around.
I agree.
No
Listen,
emotions, no nothing. It's just them walking.
I am a Yamato fan, and I agree with you. I just want to say, Eden's is like in time for the chestnut rant. Exactly. You know what? It's been over 12 minutes. That's actually no, but together obviously. But that's funny. And yes, Maro, my Red Bull is actually very good. It's the zero sugar grapefruit and blossom one. It's the summer edition. It's actually very good. Red Bull sponsor me. I drink one every day. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
But listen, I'm just gonna finish this, and this is the last thing I'll say about this. Yamato was already a boring character, and this has done absolutely nothing for their character. Their character is the exact same from the end of Wano, from the beginning of Wano when we met them. There is no emotion in losing Ace, other than the panel that we got where it was like the viewer card went, right? Why didn't we get any of this in this panel where it's like Yamato making a tribute to Ace on Wano? Would have been so much more interesting than watching Yamato take a shit on the toilet. That's basically what they did. It's just like Yamato has to use the bathroom. Yamato goes to find toilet paper. Like this is like the caliber of writing that we're getting, where it's like this is what should have happened, and I'm gonna lay this out, and it would have been so much more better. Yamato starts their journey in Wano, right? Yamato makes a tribute to Ace in Wano. Yamato visits a shrine that they made for their father and has some sort of emotion, either being incredibly upset or very happy or even just grateful for, you know, finally being free of his abuse. Yamato then goes and finds Otama and realizes like finds Otama and like rescues Otama, right? Yamato then goes to Who's Who and rescues Ulti. And then Yamato kind of deals with the fact that they're a leader, right? Like Ulti and Page One pledge their allegiance, and Yamato is like kind of shocked and like is really confused. We could have had one panel of them like going through Wano, right? Where the people of Wano are shocked and Yamato is kind of like taking this responsibility as the protector, right? And then Yamato going to this shrine and putting it to rest. How much more interesting would have that? Number one, so much shorter. Number two, would have been far more interesting. Yamato is like respecting, you know, Ace and his contributions, goes through the emotional loss of Kaido, regardless how Oda wants to kind of deal with that. Has now to be like, oh, I'm actually the protector of Wano. Has to go through that range of emotions. Instead, it's just like, Yamato's strong. I'm done.
Yeah, anyways, guys, no worries. I don't think there's gonna be any more rants, because it says here pilgrimage done, so that means that these cover pages are done. So we can celebrate, throw something on the grill, and hope for the best for next chapter. And if not, don't worry, we're not gonna spend 15 minutes on this. I'm gonna put some timestamp. So, perfect. All right, so let's go to something more happy. All right, perfect. Back to Elbaf, back to Peak. All right, so we see the giants. If I remember well, at the end there was Imu that took over Gonku's body.
Yeah,
perfect. The adults have arrived. The children, thank God they're all right. Bad guy, my daddy was pushed down into the realm of the dead. What? Yasan fell? That mean lady, that mean lady did it. Watch out. Sorry. Dad, Mama, Yeah, I remember like Gaban actually like he got, did he get pushed or something like that, or
Well, he got like stabbed through,
yeah,
so
yeah, 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 true, 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 true.
I think
Perfect.
he like fell off then. Yeah,
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 yeah.
exactly. She's floating. You must have been scared. Let's get you away quick. And then like he doesn't even finish his sentence, and he gets. Does he get? What happens to him? I'm confused. Ah, it's like Conqueror's hockey. That is like, I think. Yeah, 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 yeah. So like there's like a big Conqueror's hockey unleashing like that is happening, and like a lot of people are like foaming from the mouth. So you just hear them like, yeah, what, huh? And then Gunko is looking on side eye. This is mayhem. What does mayhem mean?
Like craziness.
Oh, okay, perfect. For those who don't know, English is my third language. I'm not stupid. Okay, perfect. um, this is mayhem, and then everybody's like foaming. The childrens are like, everybody like kind of getting knocked out, and you see the lightning. And then we have Dory and Broggy, who's still awake. Obviously, they're strong. It's like, whoa, oi! Then we have Jarl, also who stayed awake. And then we have Gunko. I mean Gunko Emo. I'm just gonna say Emo
Just say
because
Gunko
Emo.
for yeah. Just say
Emo,
emo for now.
Emo, yeah, Emo because like it's Emo who's like in Gunko's body. So we have Emo who's like kind of making a spell. And like something is coming out of that spell. I have no idea what it is. And what is that? Is that killing him? I don't know. I hear no. What is that boom? Oh no! Wait, is that a gun? Is that a gun? That's a gun that is
Yeah.
coming out of this. Okay, sorry guys, it's like not clear. Anyways, there's a gun that is coming out of the spell, and like Emu is shooting it, and then we see Emu in its devil form. Oh my god, that's actually crazy. I shan't permit a rebellion. Oh my god. Is this all your dream demons amount to, Killingham? Yo. Yo, Emo's looking crazy. Wait, I'm just gonna finish the last panels. And then Killingham is like, not at all, my lord. There are still many nightmare fissures? Fissures?
Yep.
Yeah, fissures. Left open. These monsters were born from the nightmares of this land, of this island. They are creatures made from dreams with no concept of death. I can revive them at any time. I just need to give the signal. And then like, oh, so he can actually just revive the. Yo, that's actually crazy. But yeah, let's go. Let's talk about Emu, bro.
Emo would have so much more aura if Gunko was wearing pants.
I mean, true, but let's forget about that. Like, yo, if this is like just Emu taking over Gunko, imagine Emu's actual like original final form. It's finna be peak. It's looking like Emu. I'm just gonna say she. Okay, it could be a he. Let's just go with she. She is
Emu's a
looking
girl.
like yeah. Let's just go with that. Emu's looking like a devil. Like literally, this is insane.
I mean, yeah, this is like the pitchfork and everything. Like, I think it's
Yeah.
pretty clear. Like, Emu is the devil. I like it. I
And the
think the
way
design is good.
and the
Pretty
way
basic, but good.
yeah, no, yeah, and the way she talks, like it's just like I don't know, like it's like super sophisticated, super old. You can feel that Emo is extremely old just by the way they talk. But yeah, I really like it. I think I have one last page. Perfect. So we're back to the Straw Hats. No pants, stay off. Oh, what's up, Mugurano Goofy? Yeah, I forgot to say, what's up, Edith? What's up, Mugurano Goofy? Thank you for being in the chat.
Goofy, that's crazy. The gooner in you, bro. We should call you Mugiwara no gooner, bro.
To be fair, I mean, I get it.
I love it.
So we're back to the Straw Hats. Jinbei, Nami, Usopp, and Brooke. Everybody's shook. They're like, Summers, Shepherd, those urchins? That's how you pronounce this? I'm sorry. These are new words for me, guys.
No, you're good.
At once, my lord. Huff, huff. He's still alive? Then we have Jinbei. The one in the sky is the woman from earlier, right? She's barely recognizable. Ramen goes, where are Luffy and the others now? Yeah, exactly! Where the hell are the Monster Trio and Loki?
They're just
we
they're
need
just
it.
like still
They're
chilling. They're
chilling.
like
Yeah,
seeing
you know
all this
what? I
happening,
saw
and they're just
memes.
like, "Damn, that's
I saw
crazy."
I saw memes where like everybody's like dying, and then like we have the monster trio who's just like dancing, you know, Fortnite
they're, like,
dancing
eating.
on the first level. Yeah, we're just like, bro, get your ass up here, bro. Anyways,
They're
we're
like
just
default dancing, bruh.
yo, literally. Anyways, so but to be fair, if they were here, like maybe Gunko and the rest of like the Holy Knights wouldn't be able to showcase their actual strength. So I can understand Oda trying to like separate everybody, separate the
Yeah.
strong ones on purpose.
I
Anyways.
mean, but the Straw Hats don't need hockey though.
Oh no, yes. Oh my days. Okay, small rant of 2 minutes, guys. I do firmly believe that like everybody in the Straw Hat crew should have basic hockey, at least one form of hockey. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be like advanced conquerors or anything. Just like either armament or maybe just like basic hockey. Observation could be anything. Okay? And the fact that half the crew doesn't even have hockey and we are facing the devil, like, and this
Yeah,
doesn't make sense to me. And everybody was cooking me on Twitter. I made a post. I was like, I think that we should have at least one form of hockey per each straw hat. And everybody was, no, like the efficiency of the straw hats, like they made it this far because of how they are. Like, nah, they made it this far because of the monster trio and because of plot armor. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. Okay, like they didn't make it this far because of Usopp. Didn't make this far because of Chopper and Frankie. Okay, not to be mean, Frankie was kind of good.
He made the chip. He made the chip.
But,
I know, but I agree. I agree with you. I think, and the thing is, like in like the panel, like because I just see right underneath, like we see that Robin is still like trapped in like the briar and can't get free. You guys don't think that maybe a little bit of hockey might help? And it's like we're not asking for like conquerors with everybody. Just maybe basic armament.
Yeah,
like, or even just basic hockey, just to be able to get out of some of this devil fruit stuff. I mean, like they're completely helpless.
You know what's crazy? Guys? I don't know if guys, if you think about it, when you think about it, like a Logia type would literally neg diff half the straw hat. Literally would neg diff half of the straw hat in one instant because they don't even have hockey to counter the Logia devil fruit user. Isn't that crazy when you think about it? We are in the final saga, and they would get literally totally neg diffed by a Logia user.
Caesar Clown has taken out half the crew for anything.
And you know what? People are like, well, they don't need it. Luffy, the monster trio is always there. Where is the monster trio right now?
Well, that's the thing. Like the monster trio always has to save them because they can't even defend themselves. And this is the thing. I don't need Nami, Robin, Usopp, Chopper, Frankie, Jinbei. Jinbei I need, and probably Frankie as well. But like, and Brooke, right? Let's say I don't need these people to be able to beat these crazy villains, right? Like they shouldn't be beating Gunko, but they should be strong enough to defend themselves. And it is a take that I have had forever, that every Straw Hat should be capable of defending themselves long enough to at least run away. They don't have to they don't have to be Luffy and defeat every opponent, but they need to be strong enough in order to protect themselves so that Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji aren't constantly having to go and protect them because it puts them in terrible situations, right? Like every single time this happens, they get into a situation with a devil fruit user, they're unable to escape, and then Luffy has to come in, and all of them are just like running away anyway. So it's like, just get stronger at some point. Like, you're in the new world. We're at the final saga. Every single Straw Hat should know basic hockey. And none of them need like advanced conquerors. They need to know basic armament, though.
Yeah, and it's sad because when you think about it, this just means that like it's not gonna be 1v1 fights at the end. Like I don't like how I'm sorry, but like how is Usopp like beating Van Augur? How is like, not to be mean, how is Chopper, Robin, like Nami? I get it, she has dues, whatever, but like, how are the rest like beating their one-on-one opponent just alone? Like that's not happening. And this just shows me like I'm seeing in the future there's not gonna be like 1v1 fights only for the monster trio. The rest are probably gonna like team up at least 2x2 or something like that. I just don't see
they
it
have to at this point. I don't understand how Robin has trained with multiple people, and like she's not even using her fishman karate right now. Like, how are you not getting out of this, Robin?
When was the last time she used it? Please tell us.
She used it like once. But this is the thing, like, you trained with the revolutionaries, like, you trained with, like, Sabo and everybody, and it's like nobody taught you basic armament
I,
hockey. And the thing is, it's like, let's say later in this arc, she's like, "Oh, I actually knew this the whole time." Why didn't you
no,
use
no,
it,
no,
girl?
I was off myself, bro. But you know what's crazy, guys? When I put it in perspective, a 12-year-old Bonnie has mastered
That
hockey
is true.
by
That is true.
herself. By herself, she's 12-year-old, guys. I don't care. There's
No
no
excuse.
there's no excuses. There is literally no excuses because people are like, well, Luffy took him 2 years to master hockey, bro.
Master. We're not asking for
Yeah, we're not
master.
asking
We are
him to
asking
have advanced
basic.
conquerors. And as I said, Bonnie, if Bonnie knows how to use hockey, I at least Robin, bro. At least Robin. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like everybody should be able to use at least basic hockey. Like we've never seen like Law really use like crazy armament, but he knows hockey so that he can damage Devil Fruit users. So
Yeah.
it's like and we know like the entire Kuja Island, like they all know just like basic hockey. It's like you can have basic hockey just to damage Devil Fruit users, so you are not putting yourselves at a disadvantage. Luffy had 2 years. Okay, that's fine. They've been traveling on the sea for a while. They should at least be able to have the idea of how to use hockey, right?
Why is it?
And I really hope that in this arc they learn it,
Yeah.
because
No.
at
No.
this point
You know
it's like
what?
you'd have to be
I
like
think.
you would have to be intentionally obtuse to not have learned hockey by now.
Yeah. I think they're gonna have like a mini training arc after this because they need to learn like
They
how
need
to
it.
damage the Holy Knight just like Gabon did. So I think there's gonna be something like that because I don't think Imo is gonna stay here the entire like arc. Anyways, we're gonna talk about it at the end of the chapter. But
Hmm.
yeah, so yes, so to end this, I did get cooked on Twitter for that because you know what, and you guys maybe need to hear this, but a lot of One Piece fans cannot accept criticism and they get very upset by the smallest things, even if it's something that could actually help the writing of the story and like could help the crew. So sometimes you guys don't need to protect everything. Sometimes you can say like, no, you know what, Oda, it's time, give them hockey. I don't think that's a big demand. But yeah, anyways, we can keep going.
I mean, like it's been a while, but yeah,
Bro,
go ahead, finish the page.
there are late
Finish.
500 chapter late on hockey.
I agree,
Hockey
but
have been introduced in the Obama administration, guys. Anyways, let's keep going. All right, so we have Nami.
better times, better times.
So we have Nami. Well, now Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji should be. And Brooke goes, they're with Harudin and his crew. This is the worst time they could have chosen to go to the realm of the dead. Damn right. So I guess Robin Hockeyless is trying to take up the throne. I'm sorry, guys. That's all anime fans. Yeah, I know, right? Mugara no Goofy. All right, so Jimmy goes, "What are you doing, Robin? I can't just sit here and do nothing. It's unbearable." Well, yeah,
Well, actually,
maybe.
you can because you can't do anything else, bro. You're gonna have to.
Oh my days.
According to One Piece fans, you should just bear that until Luffy comes. Just wait,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure. I'm
literally.
sure he'll come.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Actually, yeah, exactly. These type of fans, bro. Anyway, so we
The
have
thing
to
is,
like.
I just
Mhm.
it just Oda, just give Robin hockey because she at least one girl, bro. At least one lady. Like we'll sacrifice Jinbei's strength for Robin hockey at this
To be
point.
fair, doesn't Jinbei know hockey?
Yeah. Oh, what's Jinbei? Bro is just he knows hockey. I forgot about that because he's just sitting there.
Jinbei is like, bro. Jinbei is like, he's just so inconsistent. He's like, you will see sometimes he will drop like 30 points per game, and sometimes he'll just drop 8 points per game, and you're just like, why? What is happening? Like the whole team was playing well. Why are you being ass on purpose? Like it's just like Oda. Sometimes you're just like, oh yeah, I forgot. He actually can fight. He's not supposed to be with the fathers.
Jinbei blocked an attack from Big Mom, like hands on, blocked an attack from Big Mom. His hockey was so strong he was breaking who's fingers, and now he's just sitting there like, damn. Guess we're gonna have to wait for Luffy to come. God, damn! I wish Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. Oda saw all of the people saying like Sanji was 5th on the crew. He saw all the jokes about Sanji and was like, I can't have this anymore. And intentionally was like, guys, just so you know, Sanji is stronger than Jinbei. Sanji's stronger.
Yeah. Jinbei is literally Jalen Green, or he's like Nunes from Liverpool, where like sometimes he will score, most of the time he will not score, even though he's a striker, right? Yes, I watch basketball. But yeah, no, and football. But yeah, no, honestly, like this is like, or honestly, he's like, he is on his Anthony Edward like, timing, bro. This is insane. Anyways, let's keep going, bro. This is just pissing me off. So the library is getting burned, and I think this is your turn now.
Yep. So it says we see this. I'm assuming that this is Emu, where it says it is imperative that we establish a suitable authority, one capable of striking a proper ransom for those adolescents. Crackle. It says it's just as you say, my lord. What to do with a country that has no king? Huff huff. Damn you, Gabon. That was painful. And we look down. It says
he felt the pain. This is great.
Blue Ogre Dory, Red Ogre Bragi, I command thee to claim dominion of this island. Henceforth ye shall reign as the kings of Elbaf. And we see, you're one of those gods' knights. Hey you! This all this chaos is your fault. And we see Dory go to grab. And then it's like, Dory and the rest of you guys.
Isn't that crazy that Dory's just grabbing Emo, bro? I'm sorry,
Dory and Bragi are like really strong, bro. So I'm not surprised. But we'll see. Run up to the rest. You got it, Captain. Be careful, Bragi. I'm taking those kids back. How many are there? Listen, Bragi. Go and meet with the mountain bear Jarul. You shall take his head and raise it up high. Oh my gosh.
We're having a Black
we
Clover
see this
moment.
like demon book.
We're having a Black Clover moment right now. The Grimoire
oh my god. Yeah, the Grimoire. We'll see a demon sword get taken out. So we see bro, look at Emu's hand.
Yo, this is crazy.
She a lady, bro. Look at her. Look at Mother over here. This is crazy. Then proclaim the people of this island, we are the kings of Elbaf. And we see like this black smoke coming out of the book, and it says, that's crazy talk. This is our homeland. You don't call the shots here. And then we see this like gun and dagger form. And then like with this dagger, it's like she grabs it, she goes and she stabs Bragi. Or Dory. No, yeah, this one's Bragi and says, "Wah!"
Wait, she stabs. Where? Oh yeah, she stabs. Yeah. I didn't see the stab. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and then there's this gun, and it's like it would be intolerable to leave this matter unsettled. And we see that she's packing heat. Oh my god!
But she took off his whole arm.
Oh my god! She has this huge gun.
Wait, do you want to finish it?
Yeah. This is just the panel. It says Gua, and then we see Emu go, now accept my ungodly power.
Emu made it like important to say ungodly because it's devilish as hell. Bro, I'm sorry, but isn't this crazy? Like, okay, we need to discuss this. Do you think this is a new power system, like magic, or me? I have my own theory on this. I think that this is just like, this is maybe the predecessor, like predecessor of like, you know, maybe like hockey devil fruits, and like this book came first, maybe to everything, or like this is like just magic from the Void Century, and they try to like close it off from everybody, and nobody can use it because Emu just took it all for themselves. What do you think it is?
So I actually made a theory that magic was going to be one of the new like magic power systems in One Piece like a while ago. You guys could probably find it on my YouTube if you really search back. But I do think this is magic, but I think that there is a very interesting conversation to be had on what is this book made of, right? We already know that there's the Adam and Eve trees, and I think it's very important that there are Adam and Eve trees because from what we know about like Adam trees, right, that they're huge, right? They're massive. And we see one of them on Elbaf. Very interesting that we see a book, right? What are books made out of? Trees. There's the Eve tree that creates light. Was there some sort of tree that originated with devil fruits that created these Adam and Eve trees? One that has like this hard wood, one of them that creates light, right? Could this book be made of both of these trees, or could there have been a tree that, you know, preemptively was this wishing tree, right? Like this god tree, basically. I think that's something to kind of look into. Like, are we really gonna start looking into the trees of One Piece? Yes, absolutely. I would assume that the same tree that produced devil fruits was created into these books, and these books have very certain pages, and it's like as you create a page and you write stuff down, that is like a spell that you can use, and it's basically like a single devil fruit. It's one of the reasons
Yeah,
why it's
exactly. That's what. That's what.
like it doesn't this remind you of Baby Fi's
Yeah,
devil fruit,
exactly. No,
where it's
I
like you're
saw it.
able to create
I saw
stuff.
it online. People had a theory. They were saying like, oh, this is like the baby five devil fruit. So like this book is like contains all the devil fruits in a way. So what that means is that like Emo literally have access to all devil fruits. I'm guessing the Nika devil fruit they can't because it's like it's holy or something like that. But for the rest, I think it's all there.
I think that this book was made of this the same tree that devil fruits were created of, and I think I've talked about this where it's like I think that devil fruits were created where it's like somebody goes up to this tree and basically they're like, I am, my people are so cold. I need something to help them survive the winter, and the tree would give them the flame fruit. You can turn into fire and keep your people warm. And it was created upon the wishes. Like, it's like I'm wishing for this. This is my hope to do stuff. And it's like the jacket fruit. It's like I want to be close to the person I love. And it's like unfortunately you have a fruit that turns you into a jacket, so you can
But
always be worn by the person you love, right?
But don't you think the book already contains all the devil fruits, or do you think like it's
No,
like how do you say fur et à mesure? Like it's like with time, like depending on what Emu does with it.
I think that the book has certain I think every page that is written down is like a different power that could have been it could be based off of devil fruits. I don't think that Emu has access to every single devil fruit because there's not enough pages in that
That
book,
would be crazy. That would
right?
be crazy as well. But
Yeah, like
but
I
like
think each page has something where it's like what probably happened is that Emu or whatever force saw that devil fruits were being created, saw the powers people had, and wished for it for themselves. But they were so evil that it basically was like, nah. So they cut down the tree, which stopped new devil fruits from being created, and basically poured it down into this book. And in this
sure,
book,
because
the book
there's
has
no new
power
devil
to use
fruit.
devil fruits like that.
Yeah, because we haven't have like any information about new devil fruit spawning. Like I know that it like normally like Vegapunk was thinking that devil fruits come from wishes and desire, but like we haven't heard like of a devil fruit that just spawned out of a new desire or new wishes. So maybe Emu stopped that, as you said.
There
Eh,
was a wishing tree, bro, and this book is made out of that wishing tree. I guarantee it.
Also, I just want to say we have a $2 super chat from Terrence Matthew. So I think that this is demon hockey. So I I do think that like Oda can really expand on hockey where like there's good hockey, bad hockey. So like honestly, I'm not against it. I'm not against it that there's
I
like this devilish
could be a little
hockey.
bit of it. Could be a little bit of it. I already said like hockey's like a skill tree, and there are different skills you can unlock with
Mm,
hockey. I think that would be really interesting if they kind of merged hockey and devil fruit powers. I do think that this is specifically devil fruit because they I mean she even specifically says like this is an unholy power. Anytime you eat a devil fruit, you are hated by the sea, right? Because Mother Sea, right? Like the
you have a
sea is the
devil
creator
inside
of
of
all
you.
things on One Piece. Like the most of the world is the sea, and there must have been some sort of sea god that out of the ground spouted this tree, and it's like you can have your wish granted, but then you have like there will always be a consequence to having this much power, which kind of leads me to believe there is something very weird about Emu. There is a consequence and there is a weakness that is being exploited, and we saw it by Scott Gabon, where it's like I wish to be this immortal king of the world with nobody will be able to do this, and it's like but there's always a catch. There's always a catch.
There's
There's
it's
always
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
weakness.
Something
And Scott
too
Gabon knows
holy.
that weakness.
Something too holy like that can like stop this. And it could be again, we were like theorizing it could be his weapon that is like, a special weapon, or maybe a sort of hockey that he's using. I want to say thank you again, Terrence Magic, for the super chat. And I just want to say one last thing before we continue. Do you know who also have a book of devil fruits? Blackbeard. I feel like this. I feel like. Listen, I don't know, man. Listen. There, Emu and
Who's the
Blackbeard.
only person to eat? Who's the only person to eat two devil fruits? My
Blackbeard.
boy.
Yeah,
Just
I
saying.
have a theory about Blackbeard, but we're gonna get to it at the end, I would say. All right, so let's keep going for now. So we have a giant who's like, the captain arm. Oh my god, I feel so bad. So we have this is Broggy, right? Or Dory? This is
Mm-hmm.
Broggy. Broggy, yeah. Broggy's arm on
Yeah,
the
this is
ground. Yeah. What, chief? It can't be. The chief is tough as nail. Nails. I won't forgive that woman. You shall cast aside thy lifespan for a body unyielding to death. Under Under Moo's dominion, Thou shall be granted unprecedented strength. No longer shalt thou be bound by reason nor by common sense. Becoming a demon is truly the pinnacle of existence.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, this feels wrong just to say it. And Emu is like doing a magic circle, like making a spell. This is insane. And then like there's like a whole magic circle around Broggy. A curl demon demonic contract. Anyways,
Oh,
uh,
that's why she had to shoot off his arm because she needed his blood in order
oh, that
to
makes
do the
sense. The
thing.
sacrifice, like
You
like
had to sacrifice a part of yourself in order for the demon contract. So it's like it's crazy that she can forcefully do it though. That's kind
yo,
of nutty.
yo. Then we have a demon. What is she trying to do now? Oh my god, this is actually insane. I'm so excited.
No,
And
it's
then we see
crazy.
like the flames go on Broggy, and he's like, "Dan, I'm sinking," or he's like sinking to hell. Oh my god, when this is gonna get animated, I'm gonna lose my shit. And then we have Emu who's just doing hand gesture queen. Domi Reversi. Kanji read as Black Dominion Reversion. Oh. As soon as
Oh, they send the actual person's body down to hell, and up comes like their shadow image of a demon. I
oh my
wonder
god,
if this is
that
going
mean
to be the way to they can be reversed then.
oh my god, that mean wait. That mean that like do you think like their consciousness and like their real body like is like underneath like or in hell like everybody who's like right now under contract with Emu, do you think their actual consciousness and body are like in hell? Like just like
It could be.
I need a POV. I need a POV of that if that's the case. That isn't that this is insane. I just want to say Gunko looks crazy and hot on this panel. Anyways,
Gunko has like the Mihawk eyes.
little
I wonder if Mihawk serves as a reminder because remember when like Shanks and Mihawk fought? I wonder if Shanks found a way to break the spell on Mihawk.
but do you think Mihawk is because a lot of people have this theory that like Mihawk is connected to Emu just because of the eyes. But the thing is like I feel like sometimes Oda like he draws stuff and then he's like, ah, you know what, after all let me change the design of this, and like he retcons stuff. Just like, you know, like so, just like the color of eyes of
No, I
Mihawk.
think Mihawk's eyes have always been red in the manga. It's
Yeah,
just
but they
that Toei made
changed.
them yellow. No, Toei made them yellow and never changed it back, even though they technically should.
But
Like
wait,
Toei did this unofficial coloring. The color in the
it's
manga has never
unofficial?
changed.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
thought
was
it was official.
no, the official manga color and the official color that Oda has always drawn Mihawk's eyes in is always been red, and it's still red. It's the same thing where it's like Toei changed Robin's eyes to blue, where Robin's eyes
But
are brown, and Oda always draws Robin's eyes
okay,
as
but
brown.
I have a
It,
question. Is because they're now like they color also like Viz colored the manga. Did they color like Mihawk's eyes red or yellow inside
they're
of
red.
like wait, they're still
They're
red
red.
even with like the cross guild?
Yes, they're always red.
Then why is
Mihawk's
Toei
eyes in the manga are always red.
I'm so
The
okay.
reason that Toei originally did his eyes as yellow is because it popped more with his original design. That's why like Oda, if you actually look at like the inverted thing, it's like he kind of inverted it so it's like the yellow eyes don't really make sense anymore because they don't pop. The reason that Mihawk had yellow eyes is because it was like Hawkeye Mihawk and he was supposed to be like a vampire, but his whole color scheme was red, so they didn't think it popped really well. It's why there was like a lot of color changes. It's the same thing with Robin where it's like why did they change Robin's eyes to blue? Because it just popped better and looked better in animation. But it's like Robin's eyes are brown. Like Robin has brown eyes. So it's like there was no reason to change them. And Oda still draws Robin with brown eyes. Like the official color is brown. The official color for Mihawk is red. So in my opinion, there is absolutely a connection between Emu and Mihawk. Whether
We'll see.
Mihawk is like Emu's child or Mihawk was like at some point controlled and broke free, or even if Mihawk was like because like Mihawk was a part of like the government like for a while as like one of the warlords. So it's like what is actual like Mihawk's connection? Like is it something similar to like Shanks where it's like the world government kind of lets them be because of the connections they have? Like I think there's a very high possibility that Mihawk is related to Emu.
Could be, honestly, it would be very fun for his storyline because like for now like his entire backstory like there's nothing to Mihawk, so it would be cool to have like something very like important to the plot or like you know like related to something important, somebody important other than Zoro, you know. would make his character more interesting, in my opinion. Um, and I just want to say, like, does this? Okay, so okay, I kept thinking of like this whole like demon thing before we keep going. Like when Robin transformed into her demon form, do you think the same thing happened? Like her demon form came out and she like went down or something? Or do you think that's completely separate and
You
different?
know what? That is very so the thing is when you're looking at like Robin's eyes, Robin also has those eyes of like forbidden knowledge. And I always thought that like the reason that Emu and Mihawk have similar eyes is because they both have some sort of forbidden knowledge. I had assumed that the forbidden knowledge that Mihawk has is how to make a black blade. He's the only
Mm,
person, regardless of
true.
how many times you want to joke, he's the only person in the world that actually knows how to forge a black blade. And I think that and
And was
nobody ever
able
brings this
to.
up, his eyes are the main indicator of why he knows it. Those eyes are the eyes of forbidden knowledge, and it's one of the reason why when Robin starts like talking about stuff and using certain
Yeah, she
powers,
has
it's
like,
these
yeah.
eyes. And I think that Robin's demon form, like Robin is going to be such an important character, and it's why I need her to have hockey at some point because she knows too much. And Emu knows that she knows too much. That demon form that Robin did was very similar to the demonic magic that and honestly it could be that Robin is able to save these people because of her the Hana Hana fruit. So it'll be very interesting to see how this demonic form actually works in here because Emu may be like Robin knows how to become the king of the world. Like Robin is very close to be able to form her own demonic contracts because of the knowledge that she has. Knowledge is the most powerful thing in One Piece,
Oh,
and I think that
100%.
Robin and Mihawk are going to be major players. Like as much as we want to clown on Mihawk, Mihawk is going to be one of the most important people because he knows something that
He knows
nobody else
stuff.
knows.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like
He has a
everybody who,
demonic, and I think
yeah.
but very quick, I think he has a demonic blade, and I think that's the only way is that he took
You
his
know
sword and
what?
did a demonic contract in order to get a black blade. Tell me
You
your
know
thoughts
what?
now.
It could be that all black blades are like demonic. Like any black blade that you were able to forge, like to make it a black blade, you have to like have some like demonic shit like mixed into the thing. Like so there's a reason why like Zoro has this whole theme of like King of
King,
Hell, like
because he'll
this whole
overcome.
demon stuff. Like like I'm pretty sure it's related. So like when Zoro ends up like forging his black blade, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be far from being holy, like the completely unholy
I
stuff
don't know.
happening.
The thing is, I don't know if Zoro will ever do a black blade in the traditional sense. Like there may be another way to form a
Mm,
bond without doing a demonic contract. And
mm.
I think that is how I think Emu and Mihawk their similarity is that both of them know how to do demonic contracts. But Mihawk doesn't do it because he was never like impressed with it. Like he never wanted that power. And I think we kind of know like he only wanted to be to train himself to become the world's greatest swordsman, the strongest swordsman in the world. And to do so, he gave up a part of himself and did this demon contract to create the strongest sword. And I think that's why Shisui has such a different feel, like as well. But
Yeah, because I'm pretty
we can get
sure.
to that.
Yeah, one last thing. I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure Black Blades like they're. It's not just. I'm pretty sure it's not just hockey. It feels like there's a soul in that sword, and that sword can like kind of just like act on its own. So it has to be more than hockey. Um. Anyways, so yes, let's keep going. So we have Emo who says "Domi Reversi," um, and yeah, as we saw, we have Broggy who goes down and like to the underworld, like to hell. I will say hell. And they're like, "Wow, boss, wait!" And he's like sinking, and then a demonic Broggy emerged, and it was like, "Huh?" Yo, he's looking crazy, bro. He looks even bigger than before, and he has is
The
that
horns and everything.
hold on, is that a black blade like weapon? hold on, hold on, hold on. We were just talking about that. That's a completely black.
It could be.
And
It could
Brocky's
actually
arms
be.
are not black. Like it's not like he's like doing armament or something.
That's why Mihawk's eyes are the same as Emu's. The thing is, so there's two theories. There's that Emu and Mihawk are related, or Emu and Mihawk know similar knowledge. And I actually like the eyes theory, and I think that's gonna be true. So if you guys want to take any theory and stick it to my name, stick it on when you learn forbidden knowledge in One Piece. your eyes grow these extra rings on it. For every ring, it's like you get this middle ring, and it symbolizes
A
that you know too
Rinnegan.
much, basically.
Sorry.
Yeah, literally. Like it's a symbol of forbidden knowledge. And Mihawk, the way that Mihawk forged his black blade is that he basically is able to use the same demonic magic that Emu is. And he was able to take his soul and form it into that black blade as a contract. And he basically turned it like into a demon, which is why it's so strong. And that's why it's the pinnacle of swordsmanship, because he literally put his soul inside of that sword.
And also Joe says it's an axe that looks like a trident, and it's true because I think in the middle there's like something that comes up, so like it's like very demonic. Um and when you think about it, even like Yoru, the sword, like it looks like, I mean, kind of looks like more biblical, but like still. Anyways, we'll see.
Oh,
So
also very quickly, Drowsy just said, what if Zoro opened the eye and it had rings like Emu and Mihawk? I know he's responding to somebody else, but I do think that's very
stop!
interesting.
Get
I
away
would
from
really like
me!
it, because what if Zoro
I
knows how
would
to
love
make a
that.
black blade but refuses to? That would mean like he was like, I can do this without turning into a demon, because I will be the king of demons. Like I don't need to go down to your level, because I will surpass that without doing those methods.
There's a reason he called himself King of Hell, like because this is like a given name, like he gave this name to himself. But yeah, no, this is oh my god, oh yo, Oda can do so much with yo.
Also,
I'm so excited.
MK, the reason that Rayleigh wouldn't know is because Rayleigh doesn't know how to do demonic magic. That's the thing. Where it's like they know the secrets of the world. They know what happened, but they don't know everything. Like Laugh-Tale, we have to remember Laugh-Tale doesn't have everything that was in Ohara. Like Laugh-Tale doesn't have what the Oharans were studying, and what they were studying was the ancient like techniques, right? Where it's like nobody else in the world has it but Emu and Mihawk, and nobody else can use demonic magic other than Emu and Mihawk.
There's a
It's the
reason.
demonic thing.
There's a reason why Robin also transformed into demon. Everything is connected.
There's
Why out of all the creature, why would Robin transform into a demon, guys? This all makes sense. It makes sense. It just makes
if
sense.
if Robin is able to use demonic magic and doesn't get
She
hockey, I'd be
can.
okay with it.
She literally. I'm telling you, she
I think
can.
it's the first step.
She showed us in one, and I think this was just foreshadowing to all of this. This oh,
Could have been.
this is so
All right,
crazy.
you can
Oh, yeah, yeah,
continue
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Continue on.
Perfect, perfect. So we have Roggy. He's like regenerating his arm. Um, by the
Mhm.
way, I think we missed something. I think like to transform him into this way. Emu said that she's taking some of his life spawn as well.
It
So
says like that you cast aside your lifespan, so it's
yeah,
like you
exactly.
no longer die.
Yeah. But no. Actually, what happens is that like I think that she takes away their lifespan, so that way that like yes, they will never age, they will never die. But the moment that she takes away the immortality, like the age comes all back, and like they die immediately, like just like Saturn. I think that's what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, like I guess like casting aside would mean like you put it to the side. Like it's not in you anymore. It's like if I say like cast aside your humanity to
Oh,
kill
okay, yeah,
somebody, it's
yeah.
like
But what do you think Emu does with the lifespan? Like, do Emu put it on themselves?
no, I think it's kind of just like for right now, like you don't have a lifespan anymore. You're just immortal. But it's like as soon as you take away the immortality, you die.
Yeah, but I would think that Emu would do something with the lifespan of all of these people. But we'll see, we'll
It's
see.
not like I don't think it's like Big Mom where it's like Big Mom takes
But I
it
wonder,
because like
maybe not take it to like be immortal themselves, but like it could be that or it could be something else. I don't know. Maybe this is part of the contract. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Emu is doing something with these lifespan because it would be such a waste. Obviously, there's something they do with it, but we'll see. Or maybe it's just part of the contract. Or it could be that Emu is the only one who cannot cast it on themselves, which is why Law Devil Fruit is very important, and maybe like that's how like like Emu was one of the people that like the last Opi Opi no Mi user did the surgery on. It could be that too. Anyways, we'll see. So we have Broggy. He really turned into a demon. He's even bigger now. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking he's bigger. What happened to you, Captain Broggy? His face is scary. Give the chief back. Chief Broggy would never turn on his comrades. And then, damn, Broggy just, I
totally
don't know,
destroys them all.
bro. That's crazy. They're like they're flying like the rockets team. Um, so this says here a warrior's pride. Ga ba ba ba. I feel like I can do anything. This is exhilarating. so part of his personality stay, but he's just like devilish.
Yeah,
Um,
there's like none of his humanity is left.
that is why all the holy knights and Gorosei are like, bad people, because that's what happened when you do a contract with like Imu. Wow, he took out Boss Bragi, and this is your turn.
So we see Dory was also transformed with this, and we see, yeah, let's go kill Jarul. Come on, you bastards. And it's like, hold on, what are you saying? Chief Dory. It's like, you can't take back something like that. We gotta stop these two. What about rescuing the kids? Chiefs! Huh? What? We move down, and then we see they're all being, like, captured and turned into these demons, and it's like, huh? You guys too? Is it because they were standing in between those two? Maybe. In any case, we gotta go. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then we get this crazy spread where it's like, well, we see like emus up here, and then just staring. Then we see like this spread where like all of these nightmares and these demons are everywhere, and it says, "This is the true power of Elbath. It is not without merit. This nation shall be laid to waste. It is to be ruled. Let us bear witness to how they serve in the crucible of war. Lord Jarl, you have to run away. Chief Bragi and Dory are acting strange. Run away!" That says warriors do not know the meaning of the word run. Damn!
Prepare for battle. It says. I just want to
Or-
say, all of their weapons like have three, like, it's like the demon stuff. Oh my god. This okay, so guys, people will actually look at you right in the eyes, look at this, and tell you that half of the Straw Hats crew doesn't need hockey.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy.
No,
Yeah,
but like realistically speaking, even if the monster trio comes, these like
yeah, what are they gonna do, bro?
Gaban is not here. They don't know how the region, how to counter the region, unless like Loki knows, because maybe his father was turned into something like that and he was able to defeat his father. Like, this is like a theory, like, and Loki is gonna come and save the day, I'm guessing, and he's gonna tell the monster trio how to do it. But like, realistically speaking, I'm pretty sure they're outnumbered. I think what's gonna happen is that since Marie-Joise is under attack, Imu's gonna retreat, and since guys, like Emu can kind of like well, not Emu, but like anybody who is like who has these devilish like powers can kind of like teleport, just like how we saw with the Gorosei. I think what Emu's gonna do is she's gonna teleport everybody who's like transformed into a demon, because she has like access to that. She's gonna take them to Marie-Joise because Marie-Joise is under attack, and that's how the Straw Hat, Loki, and whoever is left is gonna survive. I think that's what's gonna
I
happen.
so I actually think what's gonna happen is that Emu goes back to Mary Schwa, doesn't take over Gunko's body, like leaves Gunko's body, because I think what's actually gonna happen is somebody is breaking into the castle and may actually find Emu's real body. So Emu has to go back
Ooh.
because it's like I can't stay here anymore. Like Marie Joie is going, whether that be Blackbeard or Dragon.
Bro,
I don't know.
it's
But
okay. After you're done,
if
I'm gonna say my theory.
but I think what's actually gonna happen is that Luffy with his devil fruit is actually gonna be able to save a lot of these people. I think he's
But
gonna
but
be
he
able to
needs
change them back.
but he needs to unlock something new, because as we saw with the Gorosei, he was in Gear 5, he wasn't able to do anything. So he needs to do
That is
something
true.
different.
I think Luffy is going to unlock the hockey that Gaban
The
was using.
holy,
I think we're
yeah.
gonna yeah, I think we're gonna see this. I also think Loki knows that same hockey. There's a reason
Yes.
why they wanted him as a holy knight. And I think that Loki is gonna be the one who's kind of like, Luffy, you can save them. And I think Loki is going to like ask Luffy to save the country, and they're gonna work together.
Yeah.
I also think that we're going to get a bit more information about Gunko and like who she was before everything. And I think that
Ooh,
eventually like she
flashback
will
with
be
Brooke.
taken back. Possibly. I think this is going to be extra motivation for Brooke to get stronger too, because I think that all of those Holy Knights, well, because I don't think the children get taken. I think that they actually get saved by Loki, but I think the Holy Knights end up going back, and I think Gunko basically tells Brooke like, you have to find a way to save us. But I do think that because they didn't want their demon contracts, like they were forced into it, that possibly they'll be able to get saved.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
yeah, I think that like people who were forced, like if your will is strong, you're able sometimes to switch up and come back. You know, a bit like how like it happened with on Thriller Bark with like the zombies with the Sydney girl. Like sometimes you're able to like come back, or a bit like Kuma. Like the will is like a big theme in One Piece, and like some people can come back even though like they're not supposed to. But yeah, no, I definitely Emu is leaving, whether it's with the demons or like alone. And I think you're 100% right. I think that Blackbeard and Dragon on Marish was at the moment. I think that obviously the Rev Army are the ones who are like attacking, and I think that Blackbeard is taking this opportunity to infiltrate, probably with Luffy and whatever. And Blackbeard knows there's a treasure underneath Marijua, so they're maybe trying to like access that. I don't
There
know
could
what's in the treasure. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's the grimoire." I was like, "No," because if like let's say the like because as you can see, like
we
Emo
already
was
saw it.
able, well, yeah, Emo was able to like open it, like just like spawn it from like their hands. So I think that the grimoire is with Emu 24/7. I think what's inside of the treasure is something else. It could be something that can counter whatever like Emu's existence, and Emu cannot destroy it, and like they're keeping it underneath Marijua's. Anyways, so yes, you're 100% right. Emu is leaving. Don't know if they're leaving alone or not. And Also, I just want to say I have also a theory
Ooh.
about like a lot of people were wondering who is the final villain. Is it Emu or is it Blackbeard? And I think it's both. So I think it's either Blackbeard steals this whole emo gimmick, this whole like the devil fruit, like the whole like maybe the grimoire, whatever. Blackbeard is able to steal all of that, and he becomes kind of emu, or Blackbeard is the new vessel to emu. I think it's one of these two theories that's gonna happen, but these two are
Yeah, I think
connected
I
for
think
sure.
Blackbeard I think Blackbeard absorbs Emu, like, with his devil
Could
fruit.
Yeah, could be.
Um, but, there was a very cool theory by, I think it's, Yuhan, and he says, there's a theory that Zunisha and Emmett were apologizing to Luffy because they were controlled by Emu to defeat Joy Boy. Love that theory. Absolutely love it. I think that that has, like, a very high chance of being right. I think that that is an absolutely fantastic theory, and it makes so much sense of why all of a sudden people would betray Joy Boy because they were forced to. But that also means that there is a way out because both of them are no longer controlled by Emu. So that's something to look forward to, right? There's a way that
Ooh.
that you're able to bring them back. And Drowsy said something awesome where it's like, what if Joy Boy has basically the opposite power, where it's like Emu basically makes them demonic and evil and serious and angry, and Joy Boy is able to basically turn them into fun and goofy and joyous again, where it's like their powers are literally yin and yang. I would absolutely love that. Very quickly before you go into the super chat, there was also just one other theory I wanted to talk
Mm.
about, and that's the theory that Blackbeard actually pulls up on Elbaf. And
Oh.
Dragon is the one who's actually attacking, and maybe Lafitte is the one who kind of goaded him onto that, and like Blackbeard is doing two fronts. But basically, Blackbeard shows up on Elbaf and is like, "Hey, like Luffy, like Loki, like I've heard so much about you guys. Like this isn't our time for battle, but there's something that I need to do on this island. And let's work together." That is another like, because I don't think that Blackbeard and Luffy fight on Elbaf, but there is a possibility that Blackbeard does show up on Elbaf and kind of sees what's happening and is like, you know, maybe there's something else I need to kind of take care of first before I go after
But
Luffy.
but if he does that, that kills the theory of Shanks and Blackbeard meeting up to fight.
Yeah, it does. Or it could be that Shanks and Blackbeard have already fought
Or
and Blackbeard
or
won.
or it could be also a newcomer is coming on the island. I don't know, kid.
Yeah, we did forget about Kid. There is a possibility that Kid comes and like actually
Yeah,
saves everybody.
Big Mom, Big Mom.
Big Mom, Big
I
Mom's
still have an
showing up.
agenda going on.
To
I
be
don't know.
fair,
Oda could.
Big Mom versus Killingham would actually be kind of fire. Like, what if Big Mom shows up and she's just like, you know what? This is my chance to save the Giants. Like
Redemption or
Luffy's like,
something,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like Nami is like saying like Big Mom, like if you help the Giants here, like they'll love you. Like you'll be able to achieve your dream. And Big Mom is like, yeah,
Yeah.
stay or
No,
life,
honest,
bruh.
I'm down. I'm down for anything Oda does. Oda can go many different routes. So thank you, Theron Spider, for the $5 super chat. Oda said in an interview that Tot Musica was connected to origin of devil fruits. That he's not canon, but something of his nature is. Emu is the demon king. Oh, I see what you mean. Honestly, that makes sense. I can see like the resemblance between the two, and I think that Oda just went with the same concept, but just like made it that Emo is like the Demon King, or like, you know, whatever. But yeah, no, I love that. Thank you for the switch chat. This is crazy, man. We keep like we just have a million theory just like sprouting like off of this chapter. These last chapters were crazy, and I cannot believe there's actually no break next week. We're just gonna get another peak chapter again. And they're saying prepare for battle. So there is battle next chapter.
In the
I'm
I
excited.
did actually see like the advertisement for the next chapter, and they did
Oh,
advertise it as like Luffy and Emu are gonna fight. So I did see that advertisement in
this
like
is gonna
Shonen
be
Jump because people
crazy.
were like, that was like the big spoiler I saw. I was like, okay, so like Luffy and Emu are about to fight.
Oh my god,
I
I'm
thought it happened in
excited.
this chapter. But I guess it was just an ad for next
But
one because I
that's
saw
what
like the Gear
that's,
5.
that's gonna be crazy, bro. But I don't think it's gonna, as you said, it's gonna get interrupted and Emu's gonna leave because of whatever is happening on Mauritius. Yo, sorry guys, I'm just like shook. This 10 out of 10. I
Yeah,
love
it
this
was a really
chapter.
another absolutely fantastic chapter. Things are happening really fast. For all of you guys who were not you guys in the chat, but for everybody who was complaining that Elbaf was slow and that nothing was happening, I think that it's safe to say that Oda has heard you. There is a lot happening right now, and it is kind of crazy.
Watch them now
Being late
say
for that chestnut Yamato rant is crazy. I could go back to the Yamato rant if you guys want.
it's the first 15 minutes of the video. I just want to say, watch them now say that like, oh, well, the build up was too fast, like didn't give us enough time for tension, it just was thrown in our face. People are gonna criticize whatever happens, but I
No,
think
this
this was done
was
beautifully. I
crazy.
love it. I love the shock value that it gave us. So yeah.
But yeah, 10 out of 10 chapter.
Yeah, very
What a
excited.
fantastic way to end the week.
Yeah, very excited for next chapter. So I want to thank you a lot, guys. So like the video, follow me, follow Chestnut. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Join the Discord, and we will be seeing you guys again next time. So yeah, thank you a lot for joining in. I love you guys.
Peace, peace. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Truman, for being a member for 16 months. Sorry I'm late for your Yamato rant. We love you. Okay. No, I said it. Don't worry. I have my mic open. All right. Thank you.